Hey scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a new layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict design team, and I'm just showing you at the beginning of the video here the cut file that I'm using, which is the leaf wreath cut file that was released this month, as well as the Distress Oxide inks that I'm going to use to color this cut file. And I am going to use them just as a spray. So I have Uncharted Mariner and Villainous, the new purple one, I forget the name of it. But I have these two colors, and I'm just going to spray the mist onto the cut file and let it sink into the paper. This is a pretty delicate cut file, so I will say I am impatient, and when I go to take it off the mat, it does rip, but that's okay because I'm going to cut it in half anyway, or a little less than half. So you will see that, but I go and just spray the entire cut file, making, combining those two colors so I get sort of a mottled effect of the two colors on the cut file, and that is going to go off to the side and dry. And then I am going to cover the cut file with some of the paste, which is in the jar that you see off to the side. I don't do that part on camera, but it adds like a chunky glitter, which you'll see on the cut file as we go. Now, once I get finished with this, the video will start with me talking, and I'll walk you through creating the rest of the page, but I wanted to just do a quick voiceover for this mixed media portion of the video so you could at least see what the cut file looks like now that it's sprayed with all of the Distress Oxide ink. And then now we are going to jump over and I'm going to create the page. So I'll be right back. Hey scrappers, so at the beginning of the video you saw the cut file, which is the leaf circle cut file, and you saw that I had cut that leaf circle cut file and then I sprayed it with the Uncharted Mariner and the Villainous Potion, I think is the color. They're both Distress Oxide inks, the purple and the blue from the Distress Oxide sprays. I went ahead and colored the cut file with that, and then what I did is I took some of this iridescent paste, which I had gotten at Hobby Lobby a while back on clearance. And this one has a whole bunch of really chunky glitter in it. And so I put that over the cut file. Now, this is a very delicate cut file, so it did rip in a couple of places, which was fine because I wanted to actually cut it apart for this layout. So I wanted to come on and show you that I did go ahead and fully cut it apart. And I'm going to place, I have my purple cardstock on the background, and then this piece of pattern paper. It's like a textured, not a texture, but it's got some variation in color, purpley pink background, and I'm going to layer that. It actually has glitter on this back side, so I'm gonna have to put some like wet adhesive on here to get this to stick properly, but it's very old. It's from SEI, I think is who this pattern paper actually came from. So I'm going to use that for my background, and then as you see I did go ahead and cut my cut file. So I am going to place the cut file at to this left side, and then this part coming up here at the top. So I will place that down. So I figured I would build my layout here on camera, and then I would glue it down and come back on and we can finish up the page. But this is essentially how it's going to look. So this is very sparkly, and that distress or that iridescent paste has all these chunky glitter, like I said, so you can really see it. If I bring it up, you can really see sort of the chunky and glittery, sparkly pieces that came out on the cut file. So I really do like that. It gives it lots of texture, lots of sparkle. It's not perfect or anything because it's got big chunks of glitter, so it's just very textural. So that's how I'm going to do the cut file, and that's also going to give me places to embellish. And so what I am using is my How to Kill a Kit with Style for September. I ended up deciding to carry on some of the papers, or not the papers, but the I ended up carrying, I'm losing my words. I ended up carrying over some of the papers and pieces from that kit into this month, and so that is what I'm going to do. And so yeah, so I am not, I know that it is also 30 days of sketches, but I'm not playing with a sketch for this one. I'm just playing with what I have from my kit that I have put together. So I have this photo of my son, and we are on a road trip, and so I have lots of just scraps and some ephemera pieces. So I'm going to take this paper, these two papers, and layer them up here behind my photo. So you're really not going to see a whole lot of this, and I might actually back it with this as well. So I'm going to back it with the pattern papers probably twice with this one. And then I have, this is a piece of what the ephemera came in. So I have the packaging, I guess it is, that I'm going to put behind my photo as well. This piece here is actually going to come out like this. I'm going to put my title on it eventually. So this is going to layer up. My photo is going to go right about here. My title is going to go here. I'm thinking I'm going to actually cut this into a fishtail here, and then I'm going to layer up underneath all of the pattern papers, these two frames. So really just using up a lot of what I had left. So and probably maybe a tag. So you'll see this when I come back, what I kind of have gone ahead and done. So I know that this is going to be layered up like this. I don't think I'm going to use this branding strip that I can't seem to pick up, but we'll see. So like I said, I know my title is going to go here, which is going to be with these thickers, super old Dear Lizzie collection called Snapshots. And then these L Studio Black. So it's going to be the best Travler is what I'm going to put right here. Pretty sure that's where my title is going to go. And then I have all of these ephemera pieces. So I'm going to have this layered. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a cluster up here. And I'm thinking I'm going to kind of turn these probably in keeping with the sort of circular element of this page. So I'll probably have one on each end here. Let's see, something along this line, something like that. So there'll be that cluster up there. And then I am going to put this little lovely days ahead, and then beautiful moments. That will also be down here. I have this other tag, or this other frame. I might layer that up there as well. And then up here, I'm going to have another embellishment cluster. I believe that will be up in this corner. We'll see. I will layer all of these things up, and then I haven't decided. I might do an embellishment cluster actually down here with this. Kind of makes sense to sort of have these down here, and then that up in that corner, and maybe a few florals here. Let's see, something along that line, I think. We will see. But I'm thinking something like this. So really my cut file is sort of just a background element on this page. And so I really like that. It helps everything pop, it gives it some texture and some interest. And so I'm going to go ahead and put all of this down. I will come back. Obviously I'm going to want to add probably some sequins to this page. I might even, before I glue everything down, I'm thinking about just adding a few white splatters. Again, just to give a little bit more interest to that background. But when I come back, I'll have everything glued down, and we'll go ahead and add the title, and then, like I said, those finishing touches, whether it be enamel dots or sequins. So with that, I will be back in just a sec. Okay, here is the layout, and everything is glued down. And so we just have to finish it up with our title. I did go ahead and add those white splatters. Like I said, it just adds a little bit of something to the background. And I am going to use some sequins in Plum Royals from SPIEGELMOM Scraps. So we're just going to put down our title first, just to get it on the page. There is tons of texture. Sorry, I went silent for a second there while I was trying to put down my title. I forgot that I was filming live. Alright, so I have the best, and then I think I'm going to put just Travler down here at the bottom. And I will straighten these probably up off camera, since there's no way I'm going to lay them down straight now. So I can't put letter stickers on straight ever, so we will get them down, at least. I have glue like all over my hands. They're super sticky. All right. B, L, E, and the last one. Alright, so like I said, I will straighten these up off camera, but that's going to be the title down there. And now we're just going to dot these sequins around the page and call it good. So I'll put down a couple and then I will just finish it up off camera, and you can see the close-ups for where the sequins go. And of course everything's giving me a problem today. Of course, when you're trying to film, everything is not going to work the way you want, of course. And I'm not really caring too much about which sequins I pick. All of the colors on these sequins work perfectly with this collection, so it doesn't really matter which ones I'm picking. They all work, so no real rhyme or reason. I'm just getting them down. So I'm going to go ahead and finish putting some sequins in each of my embellishment clusters, and with that we are going to call this one done. So I will have the links below to the Facebook group as well as the shop, so you can go check out Confessions of a Paper Addict and hit the Facebook group up for the free cut file that was just released in October. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.